Welcome to Unbiased and on the Fence. I'm Shane. Thank you guys so much for joining. We are here with SunPsychic Jean. How are you, Jean?
I'm doing great, Shane. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing wonderful. Let's see. Just kind of running a little late. Sorry, you guys. And let's see. In the chat, you will see what we're doing here. Oh, yeah, Rita. Yeah, first off, we want to say our dear friend Michelle Mooney's McDonald from, you guys will probably know her more as MThree, as I do on YouTube, passed away. She was out at East City with us. Many of you guys got to meet her out there. Really sweet soul, and she kept in contact with many of us. So we just really want to send our heart and our thoughtful prayers to her family in this time right now because she was a beautiful light, and she kept in contact with many of us. I talked to her from time to time. We would share links. She was well aware of everything going on, and I actually posted a link down in the description box below if you want to go check her out. If you don't quite remember who she is, you can see her face and then remember her, and that's down in the description box below. So thank you for letting me know that so much, Rita.
Yes, absolutely. We send out much comfort and peace to her family. Hmm.
Yeah, it was real recently, just a few days ago, so it's really tough. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, JR, how are you? I'm looking in the chat here. I'll pin this comment here from Jean. But messages from loved ones, name and relationship to you, the pets, their name and type, whether they're alive or passed on to, and messages from your spirit guides as well. And it helps us out a lot if you can put it in caps and throw some emojis in there. And that helps it stand out to us there. So
Yeah. I had an amazing private reading earlier today, Shane. I started my day at 11 a.m. here, and it was a really beautiful reading. And then I did a show with the Spirit Whisperer, Mark,
right.
and he and I did a show earlier today. And then I'm here. So I had a magical day, and I'm already connected to spirit. I'm ready to get rock and roll, and um, it's it's a beautiful thing. It really is.
Have you been noticing anything with the energies lately? As far as like being able to connect better or just other sort of picking up on the collective or anything differently?
I definitely do. I do feel more and more that the connection comes in a little quicker, a little easier, and I feel as though it's coming in a little differently for me. But that could be an individual experience and not necessarily for everyone. But there's been so many solar flares, and the way that the astrological planetary alignments are affecting us differently as well. So there's a lot of different things at play here.
Definitely. Yeah, and I think I talked about it last time, but I've heard reports of other people feeling sort of maybe jittery or like amped up sometimes just for no reason. And I think we equated that with like drinking more water because a lot of times we can kind of get that feeling if you're dehydrated or whatever. But I had other people sort of an anxious sort of feeling in the air for no apparent reason though, nothing really connected to a reason for feeling that way. So I just wanted to put that out there because that can be kind of unnerving and it can almost lead or feel like it could lead to a panic attack or something like that. But just having that knowledge that it could just be some external force or some of these solar flares because it was happening for a lot of people when the solar flares were hitting. So I'm like, oh, that could totally be that sun like amplifying some of the energies we're already having and just feeling really intense.
Absolutely. And it's important for us to take care of ourselves. And when we're feeling a little bit uneasy or out of sorts, to pay attention to it and to really take care of ourselves. It's not anything, I mean, it's it's fine if you do and it's fine if you don't, but it's so much better if you do take care of yourself, instead of trying to push through it. The It just seems like they're just asking us to take ease and to relax and to sit back into our own energy and ground our own energy. And it seems like it's like an overstimulation that's going on right now. So it's really important for us to pull back and to take that quiet time that's necessary.
Absolutely. And I always tell people most of us are deficient on magnesium. So you might find that taking magnesium will help if you have like muscle cramps, leg cramps, or even heart palpitations. A lot of people get them, and magnesium will knock them out. And there's a lot, and it's an anti-stressor too. So it will actually help with your stress levels because you'll feel actually more stressed if you're depleted on your magnesium. So I've been finding like magnesium's almost like it's like an all around good thing to recommend to people just because the way everybody's depleted so much. And
I
you'll know because
agree.
you'll get the heart palpitations and the cramps and things like that. And it's good to take at night because it does make you a little bit drowsy. Um,
Exactly. I do that myself, and it seems to just take that edge off, you know?
hmm
Um, and
Help
it
you
helps
relax
you
more.
to, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, to deal with things.
All right, let's go to the chat and see if we have any questions out here. Let's see. Okay. I think this one is a question.
Yeah, so what we're doing today, everybody, is we're going to be answering questions for your loved ones. Like Shane said, if you'd like a message from your loved one, message from your pets, message from your spirit guides, or just a general energy reading would be appropriate as well. So what does JR have?
JR, can I get a reading for an approximate date um, for what it take to accomplish my fitness goals?
Oh, wow. JR, that's a good question, isn't it? We all want to know. How long will it be? What will JR accomplish their fitness goals by let me just June 1st of 2024? No. By December 1st, 2024? No. By June 1st of 2025? No. By December 1st of 2020. Oh, looks like December 1st. Looks like you have a long road ahead of you.
It took a.
December of, go ahead.
I was going to say it just took a left turn there real quick, didn't it? I loved how it
Did
just switched. Yeah.
isn't that amazing? But let me like tighten it up for you a little bit. So will JR reach her fitness goals by October 1st of 2025? Will JR reach her fitness goals by November 1st of 2025? So it looks like between October and November of 2025 there, JR. Um, but it's important to be kind to yourself. It's really important to have that goal and to want to reach it and meet it. But it's also important for you to give yourself a little bit of slack when it's necessary, when you need it, because life happens. Fitness is only one aspect of our entire, your mental health, your spiritual health, your relationships and and things all play a part into it. But it looks like you'll eventually get there, which is amazing, amazing to know.
And one thing that's real helpful for all of us is to feel good wherever you're at. Because things could always be worse, so you can always be thankful and appreciative for wherever you're at, and that can actually generate the feeling of being more and more of where you want to be at with your health and fitness and things like that. So it's kind of working it the opposite way. Start feeling that way already, and let your reality come into alignment with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, thank you, JR, for your question. Very
Yeah,
interesting.
very good. Something we
Uh,
all think about. Oh, and I missed you earlier, Sherry. I'm sorry about that. Let's see.
overprotected.
Yeah,
How you
that's
doing,
Sherry.
Sherry?
Okay, let's see. Jean, heard from my dad and my husband right away after death. Still do. Haven't heard anything from my mother. Why? Where is she? What is going on? Not like my family, Sandy mom. Let's see. Not like my family, Sandy mom. Okay, so Sandy,
I
her
guess
mom.
Sandy is her mom's name.
Right. And thank you for the question, Sherry. And she's in the chat with us right now.
Mhm. She's telling me, I'm, she's saying that there was nothing left unsaid. And she's also saying that you two are as close and I know that you said that you connected with your dad and your husband right away and that you still do, but you don't hear from your mother is what you're saying. She's saying that there was nothing left unsaid and that it's almost like she taught you well. And she's saying that the signs and the signals that she's sending you is a little bit different than like an audible, or not an audible, but like a clairaudient type of a connection. She's connecting more with you here in your heart, and she's almost giving you like a gut instinct or a nudge or sort of like an impulse. So I really would like to go and I don't know, pick up candy canes today or something. And this would be your mom helping to inspire you. It's almost like it's a little bit different. And it's not that you haven't heard from her. It's not that she's not communicating with you. It's that it's in a different, more subtle, more symbolic, gentle way. And she's saying that um, it'll take her a little time to work up to the skills and the communication and the energy of uh, of your dad. She's saying he's here and he's helping me with this. And she's saying, trust your heart, trust your instincts. And she's almost saying that she's so close to you that it's more of a, instinct or a gut feeling, or so she's showing me this in here, that it would be more of it. It sounds like it's coming from you. It sounds like it's your idea, but it's actually her inspiring you. Oh, so go ahead. She said she threatened to haunt my daughter-in-law. Well, okay. So what I said made you cry. I see. Okay. Yeah.
And that does make a lot of sense because they spent a lot of time together, you know.
Hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
That's why in many ways I've always saw, with both my parents going through hospice care and everything, from their side of it, of course it was kind of drug out and, they had to go through more suffering or whatever. But from my side of it, we really had to be faced with the fact that they were leaving and you could have those conversations that you normally wouldn't have and things like that. So it can be a gift because if you think about it, I would have rather been that way than like my dad died suddenly in a car wreck or something like that, which, that's it's tough no matter what, but something about having that opportunity, especially when I was so young, to be able to, and even with my dad, like learning later, wishing I had sat more with my mom, and then taking that action later with my dad to have even more conversations. So yeah.
yeah. It's if I can tell you about a reading that I did that's coming to mind. A young woman, I was at a psychic fair, and a young woman came and sat down, and I usually ask for them to give me the name and the relationship, because we only have 15 minutes, and she said she would like a message from her dad, and his name was Brian or something. I'm just making it up. So her dad said that he's been gone for quite some time, and she said yes. And her dad said that it was a trauma and like a multifaceted type of trauma and shock. And it was like a compounded trauma, he said. And she said yes, and he died suddenly. And I said, but it affected you. It affected you in like 3 ways. He kept saying 3 ways, 3 ways. And she shared with me that they were in a car accident. Her father passed in the car accident. Her mother was in the hospital and unconscious for months. And her father never left. It was so like they were young parents, and he never had any of his affairs in order or, anything like that. So they lost the house. The kids had to be split up. Her mom was still in the hospital and she lost her dad. I was like, oh my gosh, the trauma. And she said, I said, but there is somebody else in your life uh, that is reminding you of your dad. And she said, yes. She said, I have a son, and every time I look at him, I see my dad. And I said, that's your dad coming through and sharing with you part of his essence through your son. And she was just really, she said, I always knew that. I can't believe you just said that. She said, I always thought that. And it was really very magical, but oh my gosh, it was so, I'm not sure. Somebody needed to hear something about, because there's a reason why I was brought to share this information. And the shock and the trauma of a loss is, it's compounded sometimes.
It
Yeah.
really is. Yeah, and then guilt is another thing that, I dealt with for a long time with my mom. It wasn't until I had my daughter that I realized, like, all the guilt I had been carrying around with my mom. If I had one message I'd give my daughter would be like, please just think of the good times and stop worrying about those things that you're feeling guilty about. I'd rather you think of the fun memories and everything. And when I realized that, because it almost seems like the guilt is there as like a way of saying that you love them. I need to feel guilty about this because I love them so much. Do you know what I mean? So we have like this backwards thinking, but then when you realize that they're on this other side just screaming at you to stop feeling guilty and think of the good times, and then you just realize, like, it's just the realization that it feels like the chains just break away from your thinking about the whole thing, and you can flip it around and not feel so guilty because you can realize it's more honoring of them to think of the good times and the high vibe feelings and the essence of them, rather than your guilt about them.
Yep, yep. We feel like we have to hang on to those feelings, or that suddenness, or the devastation, in order to hang on to them. But they really don't want to be defined by the way that they left. They want you to remember how they lived in this world.
Yeah, exactly. The part of them that lives on in us, really. And I could see that really with my mom passing away, and then like a year later my daughter was born, and I would see her doing mannerisms of my mom, sort of like you were just discussing. But I was like, she never even met my mom, but they do. She probably got to hold her before she even came into the world. And you don't think like that. We've been programmed to sort of think in the box. But yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. And it's such a blessing now that we have this information and this awareness and this perspective to help us through these difficult times.
Yeah, especially with so many of us going through so many things right now.
Mhm.
So thankful for all you guys being here with us. And we have a question from Anne. Anne wants to know if she can get a reading from her spirit guides.
Sure, Anne. Thanks for being here. So, Anne, I do feel as though they're showing me almost a sense of boredom around you, and almost like you're like, what am I supposed to do? Where am I supposed to go? You're almost looking for direction rather than finding that inspiration inside of your own desires. It's not always um, look for inspiration is what they're asking you. there's inspiration and there's guidance all around you. And they want you to follow that inspiration. Nobody can tell you what to act on or where to go. In other words, like if you were to be watching this show and you were to be watching a cooking show that was talking about gingerbread men or gingerbread houses or something like that, it's up to you which one to watch, because it's your own inspiration, or it's up to you which project to get started on, or whatever action or whatever they want you to trust in yourself, that you are being led by spirit, and it's similar to Sherry's, it's in your own voice and your own ideas. And they're saying to trust yourself and to act on your own inspiration, and trust that your spirit guides are there and guiding you. They're saying that we're giving you inspiration, we're giving you synchronicities, we're giving you signs and signals, and they want you to trust that and open up to it more and to follow and act on these. So it's important not to wait and for direction or for somebody to tell you. And they're saying, even if you're not sure, taking a step forward is taking action, and they can then bring in opportunities for you once you take action. But it's that inactivity, and a lot of us feel it's called like analysis paralysis. It's like, which way do I want to go? Which is the right way to go? Which is the right thing to do? Which is the right, we always want to be correct, but it's okay to make mistakes, and the mistakes sometimes teach us more than going on the right path all the time. Try not to be afraid of making mistakes, and to always trust and step outside of that comfort zone and move forward into something that it's almost like a whim. And they're not going to tell you solidly, yes, this is what we want you to do, go here. It's going to feel like a whim. It's going to feel like an inspiration. It's going to feel like, I think I just had this idea, or this idea keeps popping up. Maybe, and they just want you to try it. There's nothing going to be solid and certain. It's all just an inspiration, like a whim, or uh, and they're just letting you know that it comes from within your own self, and to trust your own self and to listen to your own self, because a lot of the guidance comes from your higher self. So, and they're telling me a lot of people need to hear this today too.
Very good. I love that message. Let's see.
Thank you, Anne.
And I saw where, oh yeah, Sherry did say sounds right on, Jean, and it made me cry. Thank you so
Oh,
much.
you're welcome, Sherry.
And thank you for that question, Anne. Okay, Cat01. I'm glad I looked at that really good because I saw it as cattle for a second. My eyes. Okay, I have to take an exam this Monday. Do you see me passing? And Kat said they did study a lot. Thank you. Towards my license. Okay.
Will Cat 01 pass the exam she'll take this Monday, or they'll take this Monday? Will Cat 01 pass the exam that they'll take this Monday? I'm getting a yes, and that was pretty definite. It went to a yes right away. There was no question. Well, very, very strong. I think you'll score well too.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, try not to worry, and make sure you relax and do something fun. Don't study right up until the very last minute. Do something relaxing and fun. It's sort of the downtime, or just, something a little more constructive in a different area before you go and take the test. It'll keep you're being relaxed and calm is most important while you're taking the test, is what they want to say.
Very good. Okay, Donna Faircloth has a question. Both my boys passed away when they were 16 in 2003. I was wondering if either have a message for me. Thank you. So sorry
I'm
for your
so,
loss.
oh my gosh.
That's tough. I did get their names. Let's see. Colton and Ryan.
Colton with a C?
Mm-hmm. I put it on the screen there for you.
Okay.
Thank you, Donna, and we'll see what we can do here.
I'm so sorry for your loss. Oh my gosh, Donna. Well, Ryan seems to be the one who's talking. They are together, but Ryan is almost going to be the one who's talking for both of them. And they want you to know that they're okay and that they are safe and they are at peace and they are with loved ones around them. Um, they were talking about dogs. There was something about their eyes. They had very dark, beautiful eyes. I don't know if their eyelashes were extra dark or their eyes were light or their eyes were beautiful. They're showing me their eyes and almost like dreamy eyes. They had beautiful, beautiful eyes. Perhaps they even had your eyes, Donna, but they're showing me their eyes. They're saying that they came into this world together and they left this world together, and what a blessing that was. They're saying they do travel together from lifetime to lifetime. They are watching over each other. They do seem to, they're saying that they feel like they hover over and watch over their family. And I'm not sure if they have younger siblings, or if it's just yourself and your husband, but they're showing me that they sort of like watch over you from above and that they are never far away, that there's always a connection point, that if you think of them or something reminds you of them, that they are near. They're saying that you can recognize their energy, and they're saying that you gave them life and they just want to thank you they want to thank you for, they chose you to be their mother, and that they want to thank you for the life that you did provide for them.
You know, when you mentioned their eyes, I saw these beautiful blue eyes in my head, and she just said, yes, they had beautiful blue eyes. Really neat.
Is there something else? They're saying, whatever you need, Mom, just ask us. They're saying, you've come such a long way. They said, but we haven't gone far. They're saying that it's a time does not equal distance, that we're right beside you and we haven't left you. Did they play baseball? They're showing me like baseball, like, little league or something that they would play. They said that they had a beautiful, loving environment and upbringing, and that ever like they almost had like a not rock star status, but like celebrity status, because they were known. I'm assuming that they're twins if they were both 16, but they're just saying that they came out of the womb being celebrities, like they had some status there. And they're just letting you know that they will be there to greet you when your day comes. They're letting you know that they love when you do your work outside in the garden and you're quiet and you're sort of in that meditative state. They can come in close to you at that time. Not sure if they swam, if there was a pool nearby, or if they like to go swimming. They're showing me I'm not, or they maybe like movies or pictures of them swimming. Um, but they're just saying that maybe they were really good swimmers. I'm not, did they really take, well, because as I'm saying this pull, they keep bringing up more and more. They just want you to know that the happiness and the joy that was in their life, they couldn't ask for anything more. That they feel as though they got to experience a lot and they were very fortunate. Uh, did she say anything about the siblings? Because they're talking about a little girl. I don't know if it's a little cousin or if they're a little sister, but he says they're around her as well. Somebody is really, obviously the whole family was affected by their loss, but there's a younger girl, and could it even be a neighbor, but there's somebody younger than they are. Either that or one of them had a girlfriend. They're talking about a younger girl.
Let's see if she's saying anything. No. Oh, here we go. A older sister named Gina.
Okay. Yeah, they're just sending her their love. I feel as though they're watching over her, and that's maybe why I felt like she was younger, just because they want to they're there to protect her now. Yep. I'm gonna let them go, but they are right there. They are right there with you, Donna, for sure. So lovely. Really, really beautiful energy. Beautiful energy.
Yeah, really
Thank
strong.
you.
Different people picking up on different things. Rita said she saw the blue eyes too. And Sherry says she still sees them as 16-year-olds still. Like they're still presenting as 16-year-olds. And you got to trust your imagination. It all happens in the same place. And for me, it was the same way. The blue eyes flashed in, my eyes, mind's eye.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, I have to say what I saw, and it was just my spirit guides, or them working with the memory bank, or um my reference bank that they were using, but I actually saw the Eye of Horus and or the Eye of Ra. Like I'm not sure which one it was, but
Mm-hmm.
it was like that. And I'm like, okay, it's their eyes. So I knew it wasn't that, but I'm just letting you know what they showed me in case that was something additional connected to you.
Right. And I was even thinking with the like the baseball players, maybe they could be referring to being a team or something. If they didn't actually play little league, it could just be that team spirit of them coming into the game together and leaving the game, because it kind of came right after you got that part of it, which we just never know how they get a message across.
Yep, it could have been literal or yeah,
Or
or not.
figurative, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, let me scroll back. I think we had some more good ones back here that I hadn't got to.
Yeah, thank you everybody for being here. So nice to see you all. Please do give Shane the thumbs up.
And I
Support
do
his
have
channel.
yeah, and I have Jean's links below. So if you want a private reading, you can go there and go to her website and schedule that, or go to her YouTube channel and get notifications on when she's doing shows like this or live events. Do you have any live events scheduled coming up?
It's not quite psychic season. I had 2 in October and 2 in November, and that really did wipe me out. There was one in December, but it was too far away. And with the weather around here in the Northeast, it's unpredictable, so I just didn't sign up for it. But next spring it'll start up again. That's probably why I did so many in October and November, because it was ending the season.
Right. It is probably normal for it to slow down right at the holidays. People have so many other things going on, you know.
So Donna is saying they both had MS. I see. Okay. That's why yeah. Yeah.
Okay. No, Cat, this is not membership only. That's funny. I guess some people do that though, huh?
Yes. It's a feature that YouTube has, YouTube memberships, and it's a lot of
Right.
fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't even think I've turned that on for mine.
No. Um,
Oh, thank you for that. Diane did say, wow, that was powerful. Just came in and clearly needed to hear that message about guilt. Yeah, that was so, so wonderful. And I finally realized that and I could let that go because that plagued me for a few years until, I had my own child and realized it. Let's see.
that they don't want you to feel that.
Okay. Okay, here we go. This is where I stopped at. Diane had a question. Hi, Jean. My beautiful dog Socks crossed over on the 21st of November. Does he have a message? Thank you, Jean, and
No.
thank you, Diane, for the comment and the question.
So sorry, Diane. Oh, 20. Oh, how old was he when he passed? In November. I feel as though he was with you for quite some time. I'm not sure. Let me know. Let me tune into Socks. So I do see a dog wagging their tail, but it's almost like his whole back half is wiggling, almost like it lifts his back feet up off the ground when he wags so fast. And he's just really happy. He is showing me that he was a little more of a low-key dog. He's showing me that I'm not sure if maybe perhaps as he was aging, but he seems a little more slower moving, not as hyper as he was when he was a puppy. He was an old soul. He's saying that he was there for you and for your emotional, is like your emotional support dog, and that he feels as though that you made his life meaningful. And he said that it was a balanced relationship. You took care of him and he took care of you, but in different ways. He's saying that he got you out of the house. Did you take him for walks as well? He's definitely my emotional support dog. He loved hugs. Yep. Um, aw. He just had his 12th birthday. Okay. Um, he's just telling me he got you out of the house. He helped you with your just emotional support and helping you to clear your mind sometimes. It's almost like he would be a distraction for you so that you wouldn't be worried about something or, fretting about something. He would be that distraction point for you. He's saying he was a smart dog and that he understood what you were thinking and that you had this unspoken communication. He's saying, isn't that funny? Of course you had that unspoken communication. If you had, those dogs that hit those buttons that say treat, 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 um, he's saying he was a smart dog and that you didn't have to coax him too much to get him to do what you wanted him to do. He was like a very kind, very gentle. And the times that he was rambunctious or mischievous, it was for your benefit as well. I feel like he's an angelic soul. He was high vibrational, and you always felt better when you were around him. Just when you came home, it lifted your spirits to see him. And he's saying that that was a job that he was proud to do.
Very good.
Wonderful. Mm-hmm.
A big shout out and thank you to Sherry for the "You Are Amazing" sticker.
Oh, thank you, Sherry. That was so generous.
Let's see. That's right, Sherry. I don't think they have disabilities on the other side either. I think that's part of our physical vessel. The ailments, if you will.
Mm-hmm. And from that, Sherry, you're reminding me that they did say that souls that are I think maybe it was even one of the last shows that we did, Shane, that they say that it's only the souls who have achieved a certain level of experience that choose to come back in a physical experience with challenges like that. And they do this you know, uh, for the benefit of others around them. And it's out of kindness and generosity that they sacrificed, or not even sacrificed, but that they chose to have those challenges. But it takes a very evolved soul in order to come into this world with those challenges. So if you felt that in them and you probably saw that in their eyes, uh, yeah, yeah, good call, Sherry. Good call. Mhm.
Also, Donna Faircloth said, "Thank you all so much. I feel your love and they're surrounding me. What a gift."
Aw, you're welcome, Donna.
Diane said her dog had just had its 12th birthday.
Yeah, that's that's pretty young.
Yep, he was definitely my emotional support dog, yes. I'm disabled and completely housebound. So,
Oh, I didn't know that.
yeah, so I guess you were saying how he would help get her out of the house, so that would be helpful. Let's see. He knew what I was thinking. I think a lot of times we have that connection, for previous lives or whatever, because I've seen it. It's just like, how are you guys communicating like that?
Mhm. It's a beautiful communication, a beautiful connection.
Oh, thank you for that, Cat.
Well, thanks, Kat.
Super chat.
Oh,
Let's see. Let's see. This one from Angel 22. My mom passed in November of 2022. We hadn't seen each other for over 3 years. I had an amazing experience with her angelic spirit after her passing. Is she helping to guide me now?
I
Well,
like your
thank you for
Angel
that question.
22.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Did she say her mom's first name?
Oh, no, she didn't. What is your mom's first name, Angel? Joanne.
She's Joanne. Okay. So what I'm hearing her say is not to focus on the 3 years that you hadn't seen each other. She's saying a mother's love has a reach that is farther than it, just a few miles. She's saying that you're always connected, no matter if you saw each other or not. And she doesn't want you to focus on that and sort of like that was what had occurred before her passing. Um, she said, think of the times that we were together, that we did connect, that we the things that we taught each other. I feel as though you two were similar, and that you two were sort of very similar, and you got along really well at some times, but you didn't get along very well at other times. It's almost like when it was good, it was really good, and if it wasn't, you were like, um, it's almost like you knew how to push each other's buttons. You were very similar. I'm not sure if her birthday and your birthday is in the same month, but there was a lot of similarities that you two had. And she's saying she's guiding you gently. She's guiding you with whispers. She's guiding you with a gentle hand, almost like, just gently guiding you. It's not really like, big synchronicities or signs or anything, or um, she trusts that she brought you up to the best of her ability. She's saying that she was not a perfect mother. She's saying to she had high expectations for herself too. Um, but she's saying that she understands now that there was no way that she could be everything to everybody, and that her when she did have these bouts of um difficulty or challenges, that she had a hand in that as well, if that makes sense to you. Like the challenges that she that occurred in her life was due to her almost not being a perfectionist, but trying to be everything to everybody and trying to do it all. It's almost like she overdid it, or overextended herself, or overpromised herself, and almost put herself under a lot of pressure. Um, and she's she's just saying that she sees now that she shouldn't have pushed so hard. She shouldn't have tried to do so much. She shouldn't have expected so much of herself. There's a lot of these limitations that she can see now. But she's saying what she did do is she gave you an example of what a human woman with flaws may look like. She said, as humans, we have flaws. As humans, we're here to experience, she's saying, like the good, bad, and the ugly, like the whole gamut. We're not here to experience sunshine and roses all the time. She's saying that it takes the downtime and the struggle and the the difficult times in order to appreciate the sunshine and the roses. And she said that she did experience the full gamut. She said, I'm not sure she wants to put this out there. She just wants you to know that everything that transpired in her life was there to aid her in her soul's growth. And she said she understands that you have this perspective. And I feel as though this may be the angelic connection that you had with her. Um, and yeah. What is she's saying
Yeah,
spot on, yes.
yep. She's Gemini and I'm Sagittarius, so sister signs. And she says, "Oh my God, you're making me cry." Then she said, she was only 18 when she had her, and her dad and her stayed together until the end. And then she said, "Laugh out loud." Yes, exactly. I get it. Confirmation. And then finished up with, "I'm 61 on 12/12, so just a few days away. Happy birthday to you. Early.
Happy birthday. Oh,
Early birthday gift."
yeah, yeah, yeah. She said, yeah, she was, I mean, she just wanted to share that she did make mistakes and that she wasn't a perfect mother and that she did, attribute a lot of that, but it was all for the lesson. It was all for, she was able to display for you and present and give you a role model of what a flawed human with flaws, which we all have flaws. And she didn't want to like pretend and hide it behind closed doors that she was angry or sad or difficult. She didn't want you to keep it from you. She was really happy that you were there and you were able to see the struggles that she went through, because it was an example for you to learn, uh, you know from her difficulties. She's just saying that she sees this now. So that was really, really very special, Angel. Thank you very much for sharing your mom with us.
Awesome. So Rita said she's actually talked to Michelle's husband, and he's okay with us connecting with. And they've been to her house for a few times, a few visits, and they talk all the time on the phone. So she knows her intimately. So I don't know if
That
this would be.
Yeah, that's your call. I'm fine
Yeah,
with it.
yeah, I'm totally cool with it. Yeah, and really my main concern was Tom. I just with what you were saying with leaving,
hmm hmm
sort of
But
reserving it for the closeness.
this is for Rita.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if Michelle would have done that to you, but I wanted to send you some love and some appreciation, and that's the way that she wanted you to receive it. It's almost like she's saying like kissing cousins, and it's like you two were like family. um she's saying it's better than family. She said, but it was more than friends. It's like there was an obligation and a dedication that you had with each other, and that she valued greatly. It's almost like you two relied on each other because you had similar circumstances in your life. Um, and that I don't know if the husbands came in after the fact, like were you two friends before the husbands, or somehow something like it was you two are what brought the husbands together, in other words, like your significant others, or introduced, or they're saying that they took trips with you, shared very, very personal, open conversations about the meaning of life. And she's saying that she cherishes that uh, greatly. She says it soothes her that you all got a chance to speak about this before her. Okay. Oh gosh, yes. Oh my gosh. So, oh good. Good, 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 good. Thank you, Rita, because this is making the connection stronger. I appreciate the validation. Um, she's saying that she was really grateful that you had the conversations that you did all together as a group, so that you would be able to have this understanding and this perspective during these times in our life where it's difficult to make sense of some things. She's saying, even though we are here or you are here and you understand all of what we already know, you understand it intellectually, you understand it in a spiritual sense, she said, but even so, there is a human element that always catches us off guard, always catches us in a pain that we thought, well, we knew what happens. We know, we know what others feel. We know, but when it happens to us and it's somebody that's close to us, she's saying that this rocks the foundation. It's almost of
Right.
our humanness. And she's saying this is what we're not prepared for. Um, she's saying that when there is a separation between friends and close family members, she keeps calling you family. She's saying that there is like some people say that they feel like they lost a limb or that they feel hollow inside. It's because when your soul has a vibration, it's a vibration that is recognized by her vibration, her physical human vibration. And when her physical body is no longer here, you vibrate differently because she is not here to match or to bounce or to, sort of connect to that vibration. So you feel different. You feel like there's a loss. You feel like there's a limb missing or an empty feeling inside. And this is you trying to find your own vibration of your own physical uh, energy without her physical energy being there. It's almost like your identity changes. And this is what a lot of us find that catches us off guard. She's saying, be kind to yourself, be kind to the boys, be kind. She's saying to the family. She's saying, and most of all, be kind to yourself because there will be time that's needed for healing, time that is needed for retrospect. I'm not sure if you had her memorial yet.
I
She's
don't think so.
saying, take your time with this will take your time and in increments, and there's different phases. And she's saying that we mostly all in the shock phase. But she's saying that she is at peace. She is at peace. She's on the other side. She is in this glorious, bright and warm, supportive sort of energy field is what she's saying, that she feels a lot of energy around her. She said her physicalness still has the connection to her physical body. She said she'll be coming in close to a lot of her loved ones. Almost like you'll feel like a brush against your hair or a brush against your shoulder or something like this, or maybe even like a sign or a bird or something very, very close. And she's saying, but this may not always be the case. She said, as her this will change and dissipate. She said, it's not that I've gone anywhere. She's saying that it's just my energy is changing. She's going through like phases. She just wants to give you a really big hug, Rita, and thank you for the companionship and the sisterhood and the love and the respect that you showed one another. And she said, every time you think of me, I will be close.
That's
And
beautiful.
she's just showing me like a sparrow or something, like a sparrow. I'm not sure if, oh my gosh, is that her?
Yeah, I was
That's
playing some.
Michelle.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, I was playing some footage of her so those that were there can remember. And I've got this link down below, you guys, so you can go listen to what she's saying. I just wanted to get her face on the screen while she's coming through, you know. Such a beautiful soul. Awesome. Rita says,
Yes.
thank you.
That's amazing. You're welcome. And how amazing is that to be able to put somebody's most recent uh video up as we're getting a reading from them. Oh my gosh, Shane, I think you just started something.
It was beautiful. And if you go watch, that one was actually, I think, like maybe three before the last one. She was in Maui and on vacation there. But the last one, she was actually talking about connecting and not needing the physical body. Of course, she wasn't talking about, passing away, but, there was some kind of cryptic messages in there about like connecting without needing the physical body. And I thought, oh, that's so beautiful. Yeah, she really was a beautiful soul. And she had some cool stories from East City where she actually connected with like a Sasquatch family and everything there. And so she had one of the cool Sasquatch stories along with Shiny. I think there's a few others that connected with the big feet. Do you call them or Bigfoots or? I always wonder. Let's see.
That
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 was
is
so
funny.
touching. That was really touching. I'm glad we got to do that.
She is also telling me, Rita, that she is smart. She wants everybody to know that she was smart. She was really smart and she knew a lot. She knew her stuff. She said she was really smart. And she was able to uh the concepts that were she was able to figure things out. She was really smart and able to figure things out, and she was very her awareness and her intellect and her ability to figure things out, she was very much like an investigator and could really reason things and uncover things from reasoning them out. It's almost like talking it out, and you would both come to a conclusion, and it would be, you would un or reveal the conclusion just from talking it out and working it out. She's saying she was really smart. Yeah.
She really was and well aware of everything going on.
Yep.
Hey, Auntie Nan. Okay, so my name is Nancy and would be honored if you could ask beloved guru Papa G if he would work with me if I dedicated a specific time on my side.
Well, you, Nancy, uh, could ask him yourself, but I'll give you my rendition, but I encourage you to do this yourself as well. You just fix my cuff so it doesn't get in the way there. It's uh, Papa G. Papa G is now a good time to ask you questions. Yes. Papa G, are you are you able to work with Nancy at this time? If Nancy calls on you to work with her, would you be available to work with her? Yes. Do you see how when I said, can you work with Nancy right now, that it wasn't whether, it was that when you call on him, that
Right.
he is available to work with you. It's not that he's gonna choose you to work with and then it's that it's up to you. You have the free will. It's your choice in the matter. If you can play that back and see the questions that I asked and that it didn't move until I said, if Nancy asks you to, are you able to? Um, does Nancy, is it important for Nancy to set aside a specific time? Yes, yes, very much so. Wow, look how fast that's moving. Um, is it a something that has to happen? Is it important for Nancy to connect with you on a daily basis? Yes, if needed. It's yes, it's good, but it's not a must. Is it important for Nancy to connect with you on a regular basis? Yes, but not so much. Is it important for Nancy to connect with you whenever Nancy needs to? Much stronger, much stronger. So there's no demands, commands, requirements. This is at your need, at your pace, you are the one who is seeking, who it's almost like he's revealing to you who you already are. He's revealing to you that he is not any more of a guru than you are, that you are gurus for each other. He wants you to be the one to call. He wants you to be the one to develop. He wants you to be the one to decide. It's not that you have to do this or that you have to do that, and that if that makes sense. Um, yeah.
She
Oh,
says she's
you
calling on him, but she's just not feeling him.
do you have a pendulum? Because these things talk pretty regularly.
Yeah, it is a good practice to do. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can, yeah, there's like yes, no card. There's other things that he may come in very softly, very gently, or he may be coming in into and sound like yourself, feel like yourself. You may get like a gut feeling or a gut instinct, or you might think, oh, that's just me. It's not, it's him. A lot of times spirit guides come through and it sounds like ourselves until it becomes a little more I don't know, a little more relaxed about it. And then they'll be able to come in a little bit more of distinctive personality. Um, but you can invite him to tell you more about himself. And if it's in your own imagination, so here's our imagination and here's our analytical mind. And when we connect here. He wants you to come all the way back here, really, really deep in that imaginary spot, in that really creative spot. And then this is like a deep meditation where you'll be able to connect with him. He's saying this takes lots of practice. Right now, he's going to be able to communicate with you right here, if that makes any sense. That's the way I feel it. So it does, it comes in here, but the more and more and more and the deeper and deeper I go, it feels like it comes in back here. I'm cracking myself up. It's different for everybody, Nancy, and try not to analyze it too much and almost like go with the flow, almost like give him the benefit of the doubt. And if you can get this, say, is my thinking that you're talking to me actually you talking to me? And he'll say yes, and it'll help you to just be at ease and throw away some of that monkey mind or some of that like uh I don't know, like you distrust or analytical type of thinking. You
Yeah.
don't want to analyze.
Yeah, it's the left
Um,
brain that talks us out, and you're going to sound stupid, and like all that stuff that you hear. It's your left brain because it's designed to protect you, and you don't want to look stupid, so it's going to try to keep you from doing that. And Donna, yes, she was another one we met at ESETI. She sang the time at you and Rita.
oh,
And
that,
Sherry got a little message I thought was really cool. She said, I feel like she's shocked how much more real it is over there and that she's glad it was quick. I know that might sound crazy, but no, I say trust your feelings. And
wow.
Rita says, that would be Michelle. She said, Sherry says, I'm just practicing, but that's what I got. And she can't believe how not scary dying was. Just saying.
Yep,
Very good.
yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you hear that from a lot of near death experiencers, you know.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. I'm glad we got to connect with Michelle. Okay.
Yeah, that was amazing. She's coming through.
Yeah, that's so awesome.
And, when she told me that she was smart, she was almost, she wanted me to say it, but she wanted me to know it. Like she was that, and it's really rare that these spirit guides or loved ones that because I'm a channel, I'm a hollow, I'm a conduit. I just allow these things to come through me. And when your loved ones talk to me, that's a really, really, really different effect for me or feeling for me. And that's what she wanted me to she wanted me to know that she was smart and able to figure things out and very good at investigating and things like that. um she had good instincts, but she wanted me to know that too, Rita, and not just as a validation point. And that was really different. So her energy is really strong, really strong. Wow.
That's wonderful. Hey Jen, do you have let's see, your grandparents' names that you can add in for us? She says, I would love to have any messages from my grandparents. Wonder especially if my grandmother on my mother's side has something to say. So yeah, it would be helpful to have her name so we can know if we're connecting with her. Yeah, that's awesome that she came. Yeah, I kind of knew she would too. I was surprised because I tried to connect with her and she didn't come through. I felt her spirit, but I didn't hear any sort of words or anything. Okay. Do you know the pronunciation of that? Let me try it again.
Slovig, Solheim, Slovig.
Okay.
Hmm. So I feel like there's a woman coming forward that is rather traditional, even though she seems to be a little bit more on the younger side. Like she lived maybe in the 70s and 80s. I'm not sure when she passed, but she's saying that she wasn't gone very long. She hasn't been gone very long, but she's saying that she was very traditional for a woman of that age. Like usually in the 60s, 70s, 80s, it's all, uh, liberation, women's movement kind of thing. And she said she was much more traditional, that she had much more, she followed the tradition of her family. And there are certain things that she stepped outside of the box and, and almost entertained, like perhaps even, her clothing may have been a little bit more, contemporary or, um, not contemporary, more of the time. But her traditions, and her, what is she trying to say? Feels as though she was an older soul, that she lived in a time where other people of her same age would have been a little bit more, I'm trying to find the word, not um, fashionable or, uh, I'm trying to find that word. What is that word? What is the word when somebody does something that's of the time? Um,
Mm,
but anyway,
we'll leave that one to the chat. Modern or contemporary?
yeah, probably more modern.
Me and Kat were thinking the same thing. Modern, contemporary.
trendy. She's saying trendy. She's saying that other women were more trendy than she was, and she was a little bit more traditional, even though they were the same age. So another woman may have worn stretchy slacks and like high heels, and she was a little bit more traditional and still wore dresses and perhaps more conservative. She said that even though she was brought up in a certain day and age, that her traditions and her lifestyle was a little bit more not as trendy, a little bit more traditional. And she's saying that she held this to high regard. It was like a sacred, it was like an honored tradition. It was something to be respected and something to have honor about and be proud over and proud of, and wear and behave honorably and not be shy and not be judgmental. Um, this is what she's describing to me, so let me know if that makes sense to you. But she's just saying, this was my life. This was my choices. She's saying, if you choose to continue traditions and lifestyle of your family, of your heritage, that is honorable, but it must be your choice. It must, do not do something because somebody else might be favoring it or not favoring it. It's important for you to live your life as you feel and makes you happy. It's not about what other people think. It's not about how it may reflect on others, and within reason, without hurting anybody, obviously. But she's just saying it's important for you to be yourself. It's not, and try not to compare yourself to others. And even if somebody from another generation may look at you and show you judgment or say, oh, you didn't put the traditional tablecloth on, and sort of like make that type of a judgment. And you're like, you know what? I like this more trendy tablecloth. She's just saying it's okay to be you. It's okay to have your likes. It's okay to have you are a different type of a soul, a different type of an energy, and a different type of surroundings and circumstances in your life. And it's okay. And try not to uh, be swayed too much. It's certain things we do in order just to respect our elders or whatever, or respect our family members. And that's honorable, but it's not necessary for you to do something that is not within your own energy or desire. They don't want you to compromise your authenticity in order to do something like this. And they're just saying, watch this fine line that you don't miss out on your own experience of your own life. So take matters into your own hands and listen to your own heart. She's saying you have such a wisdom inside of your heart. And she's saying, I will be guiding you, and I will not be pushing you towards the traditions if you do not choose.
I love that. And that's really what's been coming through for me is like just really trying to be our authentic self. And that speaks directly to that, you can follow the trends or you can do what you want to do.
Yep, absolutely. Thanks, Jen. That was really nice. She was a very kind woman. Um,
She's saying, oh, it resonates a lot. Like she's tried to tell me this already. Thank you. That's awesome.
yeah,
She's saying sad, not so much contact throughout life, but visited every summer growing up. Really nice.
that's nice. That's nice.
All right, let me back up here. Um,
Yeah, really, really nice. Thank you all for sharing your loved ones with us all tonight or today. And um, what a magical opportunity it is to share all of this. And I feel as though, society or humanity will be moving towards doing this for ourselves, um, in a group or in a family or, you know, um, our loved ones will become more and more a part of our life, even though they're no longer here on this earth, with us. I feel as though that's going to become more commonplace. So.
Absolutely. Yeah, Jenna actually had a good question. I don't know if you wanted to answer it, but it says, how does it really work in terms of reincarnation? If, let's say, a grandparent is reincarnated, would that make it not possible to contact them? Do they not reincarnate until we all die? I think is what it said. We all have passed.
Well, there's many schools of thought. Nobody really knows, but that is one philosophy that our loved ones typically don't reincarnate until all of the loved ones who knew them have passed as well. There's another school of thought that says that we are multidimensional souls, or we have many different aspects to our soul, and one aspect of our soul is your grandmother, and your grandmother's soul may have a different aspect that comes in and incarnates as a different soul, as a different human, but the same soul, the same an aspect of the soul, and it's like our oversoul. So that thought process also supports that if I am experiencing this life as Jean, that a part of my soul is also experiencing a life as Bill on the other side of the world or something, like it's like parallel lives as well. That our soul has many different types, many different incarnations simultaneously, or, throughout our lifetime. But nobody really knows, but there's many different theories on that.
Yeah, I always figure since time is an illusion anyway, I don't really think it's the way we feel like it is. Like everyone's sort of locked in that position or whatever. But I don't
The
know.
as
It's all kind of out there, like you're saying.
the aspect that is your grandmother is always going to be there for you and supporting you, no matter if an aspect of her soul reincarnates. Um,
Well, that
yeah,
makes sense because sometimes I've had people in sessions, their higher self will come through in the session, but they're still alive. So it's almost like the way a loved one might come through in a session, a living loved one has come through in a session. So that you don't have to be dead. So I mean, they could have like died and reincarnated as a completely different person, and you still are connecting with that energy. So I've seen it
it's
happen that way.
fascinating.
It really is. It's cool how it all
When they
works out.
say we only know like 1% of really what's out there.
Right. Well, LZ had a great question. I'm contracted with a company in Wisconsin. I believe that's what that one is. Lately, the owner has been mean and nasty on calls. I work professionally and not sure why she's having this behavior. Are you able to tell me why and why me? Why to me?
What is the woman's name,
Let's see.
if you can tell me? I'm sure she's not listening.
Just the first name.
So I feel as though she's gotten the wrong information somehow. Um, I feel as though she may have found something and suspects you without any evidence. In other words, like is um is the owner of the company, of LZ's company, um is this nasty on calls directed directly at LZ? Is this owner's nasty behavior directed only at LZ? Yes. Is the owner's nasty behavior due to a suspicion that they have about LZ? Is the nasty behavior due to a suspicion? No. Is this nasty behavior due to the performance of LZ? Any type of work performance about LZ? It's a little bit about work performance. Is this owner of the business, will the owner of the business eventually approach LZ with no? Will the owner of does the owner of the business want LZ to leave? Yeah, they're trying to get you out of there. Look how fast that is going now. So, are you really doing a good job? Are they having to pay you like commission or something like that? That for some reason there is there anything that LZ can do to remedy the situation? Yes. Is it advisable for LZ to confront the owner and ask if there is a problem between them? Yeah, I would maybe bring up the subject directly to the owner, privately, of course. And is and I wouldn't obviously the owner is obviously there's a situation there and the owner knows that she's being a certain way with you. And I feel as though if you say, I wonder if you can help me with something when, when we interact, I feel as though I'm, I feel as though I've done something wrong. It's really important to not say, I feel as though you're treating me. Don't say you, even though it is you. You and I both know it's you, but you can't say you did this because it'll put her right on the defensive. If you say, I feel as though I've done something wrong. Is there something I should know? Is there something that, you can help me with? Let them know that it's not. We all know this. It's really difficult. I know it's not you. She knows it's not you. You know it's not you, but you want to frame it in the way that I feel as though I'm doing something wrong. Is there something, can you help me with this? I need your help. Don't say when we're on the call, you do this. That's it's not going to get you what you want. And it's almost going to get you more of what you already had. So if you come to her and let her know that you feel that something is going on with you, and if she says, why do you feel that way? Just say, I have a really bad feeling whenever I'm on those calls. Try not to ever say that it's because of her nasty. She knows it is. You know it is. We all of us here know it is, right? So it's important for you not to point that because that's what she may be like egging you on to say that or to, get that out of you and almost like turn it around. And if that doesn't work when you confront her or not confront her, but go to her and ask her if there's anything that you're doing wrong. And if that doesn't resolve the situation, it's almost like you feel as though she has a personal vendetta out on you. And it's not really like a suspicion. It has to do with something else. And say, is there any way we can resolve this issue, whatever it is, what can I do to resolve this issue? And if she can't give you an action plan or steps in order to get towards improving the situation. But the owner of a company has a difficult spot and they take it very personally. And when employees, they almost feel like nobody understands them, and it doesn't give them the right to treat people unfairly, but they're people too. They put on their pants one leg at a time. They have hurt feelings. They have bad days. Give her a second chance, give her the benefit of the doubt to try and, bring it up to you and ask for a resolution. Try not to take it all personally because she's a huge part of it too. So yeah,
Perfect.
let me know if that helps. Is LZ still here?
No response yet.
Okay. Hi, Pam.
I could have swore there was a question from Lark. Did you have a question? Oh, I definitely missed this one. I was trying to find this one. Queen of Swords. Hello, Jean. Would check if my guides have anything for me. Would you check? Thank you for the
Hi, Queen of
question.
Swords. I love your icon there.
Yeah, that's cool.
Spirit guide messages. Woo woo. Wow, the gang's all here. Wow. Everybody's coming in. So, Queen of Swords, I feel as though you are, I get like a, not necessarily a sadness, but like a longing feeling inside of you. And let me know if this is not the case. There, you do have strong feelings, deep feelings, and there is sort of like a longing inside of you. I'm not sure if you're missing somebody or if you're um anticipating something, but there is a longing inside of you. Um, Almost like a missed opportunity. It could even be that you are you're grieving somebody, but there is this longing inside of you. Um, and you almost like can't scratch that itch. Um, and there's nothing you can do to fill it, and there's nothing you can do to soothe it. And it's sort of like always a reminder, like, here I am, you're still longing, even though you took a bath and even though you took a walk, I'm still here, I'm still longing. And it feels like you just can't scratch that itch. They're suggesting that you might want to consider meditation, a guided meditation. They want you to explore the depths of your own soul, is what they're telling me. Because it's almost like you're longing for, you are who you are longing for. You are looking for yourself and your own soul. You're looking for the meaning of life, and it's inside of your own soul. And it's the connection to your higher self that you're longing for. And this is who's calling you. I feel as though it's a calling to your own soul, to your own higher self, to your own identity that needs to be uncovered. It's this divine spark that we have inside of us that they want you to meditate and connect to. And they also want you to practice self-love as well. And the self-love is that you love the soul essence and the human essence that is you. And this is the longing. You are who you are longing for. All the answers to all of our questions are within. Yep.
Very good. And she agrees that longing for sure, looking for direction.
Yeah. Be kind to yourself. You're a very, very special soul, Queen of Swords. I feel the passion in your heart. You just want to know the meaning of life. Yeah.
Very sweet. Let's see. Roger's here. We had Sherry and I had Roger on a while back showing how the lights in his cameras would be affected by his consciousness and different things, amazing things. So I continue to love
Cool.
Shane's shows. The white flashes of lights continue on a daily basis. uh, via my daily meditations. Now he says I have green lights, a green flashing light once a month. Does Jean have any thoughts on the color or the white flashes? I guess it was going to say.
Mhm.
I always think of the heart when I think of green, though.
Yeah.
And Roger
Chakra.
definitely has a lot of beautiful heart energy that he puts out. To.
Mhm. Archangel Raphael also comes in on the green ray. So I feel as though that may be an angelic color and or a just a different energy that's coming in on that green ray. It could be like an emissary of the green ray of something that could be anything there of the higher vibrational beings. And the white light is typically angelic light, um, and or loved ones can also create this white light, the sparks of white light. I want to know how many people in the chat have seen those bursts of light in your peripheral vision that you looks like not a flash of a camera, but something much faster and maybe not as bright, but you know you saw something flash to your peripheral vision. Um, but this is a common occurrence. Um,
Biker babe, you made it.
let me see if I can find out who is in this green light. It's from Roger Prescott. I feel it's a little bit more, I said it was, well, now it's coming through as more of an elemental type of a feeling, more of a earth, a different dimension on earth is what they're coming through and telling me. Not sure if you do any earth work, grid work, uh, shamanic, directional work, ancestral work. Um, uh, this is something that they're showing me. It's more like an elemental or an earthly realm.
It's beautiful. Yeah, he does a lot of intention meditations, and so that totally, just from what I know, that fits big time.
Wow,
Let's see.
great.
Rita says yes. I see the flashes. Um, let's see. Ruth says flashes of light every time we have an awakening to something new in our existence. I get them in several ways, like you explained, like sort of like a flash out of the corner of your eye, or even a sparkle, like just one sparkle off of a sparkler, like almost like a sparkly orb that comes and goes really fast. And that's different than like sort of the regular sort of looking orbs. But then I've also had it where it seems like it gets brighter and brighter from the side. I'm like, what the heck? And then I'll look and then it just goes back to normal. So it's almost like an angelic presence fills the room and gets brighter and brighter and brighter until you look. And it ruins it if you look, you know. So I get
Yep.
those three types from time to time on top of
I
the
feel
orbs.
I feel as though when you look at it, it's a different dimension. When peripherally we can see in a different dimension.
Yeah.
But when we look straight at it, it changes. It's almost like that dimension changes.
Yeah. It's almost like you turn off the mind's eye and you turn on your optic, 3D cameras basically. So you're not even looking in the right place anymore.
Cool.
Donna says, yes, I've seen them. More movement than flashes. I've got the movement too. I think of that as orbs when you see something move, or a light being or a shadowy being. And my son's gotten those before, and he said one of them looked like me walking. Like he thinks maybe it could be us like walking in our sleep. Another one it looked like my grandson walking along the side of the house. And he wasn't paying him any attention, but he looked directly at this shadowy figure and he said, it looked just like Dean, my grandson, you know. So, and he was
Wow.
actually asleep at his house. So if he had been dreaming, he was dreaming he was at our house and they were like on the trampoline, like in the middle of the night, just looking at the stars or whatever. And he sees them come around there, probably dreaming about playing in the backyard. It's just strange what could really be going on, you know, and
It
having that ability to see.
sounds like it runs in the family, Shane.
Yeah. Yeah, he's had a lot of cool experiences. So it's cool to see that happen at such a young age. And anything I had like that, you know, sort of got shut down right away, or it was evil, you know.
I know. I know.
Awesome. I think we got to all the questions here. Let me take one more glance through here. Do you have any upcoming shows you want to talk about, like online?
Yes, yes, mostly online now with the winter months. Um, I have tomorrow, I have a friend, Sherry H from Voices from the Swamp will be on my channel. And then I will also have Priscilla from The Crone Zone. That is another YouTube channel. And she did a spiritual journey with me. And this spiritual journey, we went to the cosmos and visited our spiritual or our galactic council. And this council just blew our minds. They gave us messages and almost like the secrets of the universe were revealed to us. And it was really very magical. So she's coming on my show on Sunday to talk about that, and that'll be at 3 o'clock. And we've done one before with her, and I do them with a couple of other friends of mine. And then on Monday, I will be on Heather from Intuitive Jaguar, or I'm sorry, uh, Indigo Jaguar Intuitive Arts. And then on Monday night, I will be on with my co-hosts, Terry Suzuki and Joan, Wisdom Seeker Joan, and we'll be doing like psychic and mediumship readings on Monday. And that'll be at 7 p.m. So I am a busy lady for sure.
Well, that's all happening really fast. So that's tomorrow and the next day, this Sunday and Monday coming up.
Yep.
Perfect.
And all the notifications go out if you subscribe and you hit that bell, you'll get the notifications that of the upcoming shows that I'm doing. But it does ebb and flow. I am busy like this week, but like last week I wasn't around very much. So it ebbs and flows.
uh, Nancy Nan says, thank you, Jean. Thank you, Shane. And thank you, Papa G.
Aw, yeah. Thank you, Nancy.
Yeah, and if you guys are joining late, I do have Jean's links down below in the description, so you can go click the notification bell, as she was just saying, or schedule a private session. Did you have something else to add to it?
Yeah, I actually have a special going on right now. It's a year-end special, and it's on my website. It's the first option, and you can get any type of a reading, but they're all 45-minute readings, and you can choose from a spiritual journey or a psychic reading or any type of my readings. I offer many different ones, and so that you can, try something new. But just all for one price, one special year-end price. But that will be available until the 24th of December. And you can book the appointment all the way through the 29th of February.
Oh,
But
wow.
yeah,
That sounds like it could be a gift idea, you guys.
a lot of people have been asking me that. Yeah,
Yeah, that's cool. So you can get it booked before Christmas, and then you have 2 months to actually have the session or, gift it to someone. That's beautiful. And you can
exactly.
actually schedule at the time of scheduling, right? Get the day and times available.
Yes, and then if let's say you do it for the middle of January, something comes up, you can always reschedule it. As long as it's 24 hours before the actual appointment, you can reschedule it at any time, so you can move it around.
Very nice.
Mm,
Awesome. Well, I
mhm.
appreciate you being here, Gene, as always. And you guys have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year as we
Yes,
wind out 23. I know 24 is going to bring wonderful things.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you very much, Shane. And thank you, everybody. It wouldn't be the same without you. You guys are amazing, amazing, amazing. And this is a collective effort. I wouldn't be able to do it without all of your high vibrational support and input. I really do enjoy reading for each and every one of you. So thank you all.
Absolutely. Lots of love, light, and unity, you guys. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Bye-bye.